Hi, hello everyone. How you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in for today. Today we're going to talk about the recap of the 5 day challenge. And if you have any questions, this would be the right session to ask. And the reason you're joining this session here is I assume that you already gone through the 5 days challenge, the Pata challenge. Do you still remember? Right, for the last 5 days, is it exciting? Yes, and we receive a lot of questions that a lot of people want to know more about it. They want to clarify certain things in the parts. What does it mean, and what is the implication of having this? And some of you would like to actually, how do I move forward? How can I transform this knowledge, yeah, into a career? So if those are what you had in your mind, probably I can share with you a lot of stuff because I've been through that myself. Okay, first of all, before I begin here, yeah, let me, yeah, just see how many of you, wow, so many of you here tuning in today. Okay, hi, Yun Fok, hi, Ali Ahmad. Okay, all right, great. So many people here. So before I continue, right, so and while waiting, people coming in, let me just do a brief introduction. Yeah, do a brief introduction about myself here. My name is Iverson Lee. So some of you probably watched some of my webinar before. If you watched some of my webinar before, type the word me. Okay. Wow, I see. Okay, still so many of you. Okay, great. Nice. Okay. Great, great, great. So let's see. Oh, tell Dixon say I'm your fan in YouTube. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Okay. Right. My name is Alison Lee. Let me repeat again. Some of you just joining here. I'm the speaker, instructor, and a teacher from Joyap Consulting Group. So primarily, I actually use a lot of metaphysics systems such as Bazi that you learned for the last 5 days and achievement feng shui to help people to transform their life. Okay, so and the reason I do that because I see it happen in my life first because back 8 years ago I was struggling financially, and the first subject that I picked up that time is Bazi. Okay, some probably already know some of my backstory, but some of you are very new here and you want to know, right? Hey, okay, so what can I offer here? Is the reason I can share with you all this because I gone through just like all of you here, as a beginner of Bazi, and I use those information because that time I was struggling financially. I use those information to help myself to build up my financial foundation, and in result of that, I see, hey, I see a lot of results out of this. So if it's able to help me, of course, you were able to help everyone else, right? So therefore, the time I decided to actually make use of this information and to share with more people to help more people, and now this turned out to become my profession right now. So I on daily basis I am a consultant. Some of you they don't know what is the means of their Bazi chart, so therefore I'm the one that actually read to help to read that chart, and not only reading, right? So a lot of people just settle with reading. No, it's about providing solution, what you can do about it, how can you stop those issues, how do you mitigate certain potential, right? So that is this is the whole reason why we learn Bazi. So therefore, once I do that, after so many years, I discovered that I there's a lot more people actually interested in Bazi. So therefore, I actually provide a lot of sharing. So today would be one of it. Okay, so let me tell you what is the main objective for today. Today is about one thing here is about to help you to address certain question that you have from the 5 day Bazi challenge. Yeah, that's one of it. And then also by the end of today's session, there'll be one bonus. Do you want a bonus? All right, everyone love bonus. Yeah, Bazi bonus. How many of you here would like to have additional bonus? Type the word me in the chat box right now. Okay. All right. Great. Wow. So nice, 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 nice. Okay, so stay tuned to the end because I'm going to announce a very special bonus, and I'm sure you're going to like this as well. Okay, let me see. Okay, actually, I can see all your response here. Okay, let me see how many of you. Okay, me, I see so many of you here. Nice. Great. Okay, now Let me start this by asking all of you here one question. For the last 5 days that you learned this butter 5-day butter challenge from Datuk Joey, which topic or which subject inside the 5 days that you like the most? Yeah, share with me. Yeah, in the chat box here. Yeah, there's so many things we learn about, right? We learn about the day master, we learn about our potential, we learn about our soul and the mind palace. Yeah, we learn about clash punishment, we learn about the 10 gods. Okay, let me check here. Okay, so some of you say is the soul palace. Okay, so Danila says the soul palace. Nice. Wow, so many of you here like the soul palace. Okay, the soul palace. And Virginia is Destiny. Nice. Spirit Palace, Danila as well. Okay, well profiles. Okay, so all of you here have seems like you have a lot of interest in Butter and in different aspect. Okay, so now how do we? Because as a beginner, right, when you see wow, there are so many things you want to learn, right? Which one you should pick it up first, right? Yeah, because there's so many things here. So I would say that in if you want to actually utilize Butter to the, I would say to maximize the benefit of butter. I think the one thing here is to have the right goal, which means that why you're learning butter. So, and I see from the chart here, a lot of you here interested in the 10 gods, which represent ability to make money. So, which good. And I see another group here, you like the soul palace. Yeah, primarily, if you look at the chat box right now, I think the audience here are come from YouTube and also from the Facebook as well. So like Maria come from Facebook is you're signing this from Facebook. You say it's Luck Pillar. Okay, great. So this you fought from YouTube. You say thank God's nice. Okay, so when so to help you to actually start learning Bazi, I think one of the first question you should ask yourself is there are two parts in life, right? There are two forces in life. If you master these two forces, you will have a great destiny. Okay, there are two forces here, yin and yang. So what are those two forces? Is also the first forces here is the science of achievement, right? We want to achieve a lot of stuff. So we want to what some of you here, I talked to some of you here the last few days. You say I want to actually buy my dream house or get a new car or to have a dream vacation, right? So it's all about achievement. So if your goal is about achievement, then I would say 10 gods will be one of it because 10 gods, the system itself primarily focus on human potential. Yeah, because why we need that? Because the moment we are born, at the moment we are born, we are not given a user manual to start with, right? It's not like we are buying a television, it comes with a user manual. But when we are born, it doesn't come with it. So these 10 gods here explain what is our innate potential. Yeah, so we can activate this early. So those people who like 10 gods, I would say you can use this to achieve stuff. Yeah, about achievement, about what you get, about world domination. Yeah, it's about winning, right? If you like winning, you want to get something in your life, you want to purchase something, you want to own something, you want to have high flying careers. Therefore, that one, thank God, will be very useful. So, and I also see another spectrum here. You talk about our soul palace, the mind palace. That aspect is about fulfillment, because money alone doesn't make a great life, right? There's so many other things, yeah, that make our life meaningful, right? There's no point being a rich man but you stay alone in a mansion. Agree? So therefore, that's another aspect of Barter, focusing on the soul palace and the mind palace. That's where we're talking about inner peace, right? Talking about fulfillment. We're talking about fulfilling relationship, not only with other people, with ourselves. Are we in peace with ourselves or not? Don't you think this part also very important in our life? Yeah, that what parts are very interesting because most of the time people keep talking about just making more money, but parts are more than that, right? It's more than meet the eye. So therefore, now do you know roughly where you want to look into it, right? Because you're talking about relationship, by Elaine Chu here say love relationship. Yes, it's about the mind, right? The mind palace, because the mind talking about your internally, right, your mindset, right, your wisdom, your experience. Are you overreact, or are you over controlling, right, in a relationship? That one is a mind palace. So sometimes when you see that is like ungrateful punishment is there, and all those things, it will affect you, right? Maybe you feel extra suspicious on that year. So if you know, yeah, this indicator right before it happened, we can actually do something about it. Okay. So now this is so far okay. Are you guys okay? I just explained to you primarily there are two forces here: achievement and fulfillment. So depends what you need right now. There's not one is better than another, but we need different thing in different stage of life, right? So like when I was younger, I focus primarily on achievement a lot, right? That's why I use a lot of 10 gods. So this is what because that time, if you learn before some parts before, the 10 gods, I use a lot of hurting officer. How many of you like hurting officer here? Okay. Yeah, herding officer is a start about what? Presentation, about performance, is about teaching, right? Showing your talents. So this is the part that actually I use a lot. So I use Thank God a lot. And they'll come to a point right now, as you can see. Yeah, I'm way lot older than I used to be. So now I see, hey, yeah, there's more than that in life, right? Sometimes it's about the process. It's not just actually focusing on outcome, outcome, outcome. You think about this, right? A lot of people say that they want to chase money. They want to make a lot of money. The metaphor here is like you are chasing a butterfly, right? So the more you chase it, then the faster the butterfly fly away, right? So instead of chasing the butterfly, why not we build a garden? A beautiful garden, you nurture it, and therefore you can attract more butterfly into your garden. Do you guys agree? Right? That part is the fulfillment part. So when internally we are pleasant, we are happy, we have this inner peace, right? We actually become more motivated. Agree or not? Because we are clear, right? We don't have this internal battle with ourselves. So a lot of time with some of us here, we face procrastination. Basically, it's an internal battle, right? So therefore, the mind palace is the part you need to actually look into first. Okay, great. So now you know roughly, yeah, these are the two parts. So now, can I ask you, which one is more important for all of you here today? Is it more of achievement or more on fulfillment part? Of course, both are so important, but for now, yeah, in your current stage of life, which one are more prominent or more important to you? Okay. All right. So let me see. Adrian Chen. Adrian Chen say achievement. All right. So different people is different. Okay. Iris say fulfillment. That's Ted Dixon achievement. Nice. Sabrina Ong say fulfillment. Okay. Nice. All right, cool. So now you know. So does this realization actually help you use your barter chart better? Now at least you know where to look for, right? So okay, let's see here. Achievement. Wow, so many is achievement. Nice, nice, nice. Great. So now, if you are talking about achievement, then obviously I'm going to say, hey, you look at the 10 gods. That's more prominent right now, right? You make yourself better first. You upgrade your skill first. You add more value first. Okay, that is the part here. Nice. So if your fulfillment, I would say that this is a time to look at your life purpose, your calling, right, and your internal gratitude. Yeah, that is more important for you. Okay, now you're clear on this. So I would like to allocate, yeah, the time today to help you to clarify or answer your questions related to parts that you learned for the last 5 days. Okay, you can ask me now. I'm looking at the chat box right now, and I'll do my best. Yeah, I'll do my best to help you to answer all your question here today. Okay, or maybe you have some roadblocks. You don't know how to start barter or as a side gig. You can ask me as well. I've been through that. Yeah, I was a software engineer before. Yeah, last time. Right, so it's totally very different from what I'm doing right now. Yeah, so I know the hurdles. I know the trade secret. How do you turn this around? Okay, Okay, let's see here. I see some question coming in. Okay, Virginia asks, is it possible to achieve fulfillment before achieving first? Yeah, it's absolutely. Yeah, it's highly possible. Right. So just to recap back what Virginia asking here, say that can I actually be happy first before I achieve? So basically asking, can I be happily achieve or not? Without the need to achieve to be happy. I think you're pretty smart, Virginia, right? Because when you happily achieve, actually, you can actually achieve more things in your life, Virginia. Make sense? Right? I think you heard about the term, right? Do you want to achieve to be happy or you want to happily achieve? When you internally you are happy, you have more drive, you have more clarity to move forward because you don't blame things, right? You take on responsibility of yourself on your own life. I would say that's pretty good, Regina. So if internally you're already fulfilled, yeah, then it's pretty good. Yes, that is the first step, in fact. Okay, absolutely. Okay, let's see. Okay, this question is slightly technical. Yeah, but I'll choose to answer this question here because some of you here are actually you learned parts of before, but it's fine if you're new, it's fine. Right. I'm gonna explain in layman terms so you can understand as well. So Anna, this question is from Anna, and her question is how come if you have Fuyin between your mind palace and a Mun palace? Okay, so now for beginner, you might not know what is Fuyin means. Fuyin is nothing more than you see a repeat pillar. So let's say in your year pillar, you have a fire dragon, for example, right? So then you see another pillar, also fire dragon. So we call this Fuyin. If you don't want the technical term, we just see repeats. Yeah, so certain pillar, certain charts, there's a duplicates, there's a repeats of the same pillar, right? So Anna say, is there a such thing possible that there's a mind palace pillar actually the same as your Mun palace? Yes, yeah, it's highly possible. So you see a repeat element between that. So because it's the same element, if you want to know the meaning, right? Okay, and I'll say, okay, what if my mind palace is same with the Mun palace? What does it mean? It's a duplicate pillar. So it means something like this because it's the same. There's an affinity. So which means that his mind, right, is predominantly something related to her performance or his career in life because it's interrelated. Yeah, so which means in another way, I'm telling achievement for Anna is very important because it's the same pillar. Okay, so we see that is a affinity. So and because the mind also govern here, therefore it represent also Anna can also easily with the right way can easily manifest certain things that related to career into her life. Okay, yeah, this is the information we can derive from this piece of information. Okay, let's see this question here. So, Danila, how can we find out the percentage of the soul palace and the spirit palace if we don't have the Destiny Explorer available? So, you can actually understand more about the 10 gods and the 10 gods relationship with the soul and the spirit palace. So, you will get all the percentage of it, right? Because each soul palace and spirit palace also have their own 10 gods, and there's also the strength of it. So if you want to know, you want to do the hard work, you don't want to use the software, then I would suggest you understand the 10 gods of the soul palace and the spirit palace, and then you understand about elemental strength from the destiny code book. So and with a lot of practice, you're able to actually figure out what is the strength of the 10 gods, okay, based on the soul palace and the spirit palace. Okay, so this question from Michi. A soul palace and mind palace clash. How do you overcome this? Okay, first of all, you want to know that's a clash. Clash means it's incompatible. So since the mind palace represent your spirit, your mind, and then the soul palace represent your higher consciousness. So when this is a clash, So which means that most of the time you are tend to be likely run on an automatic script in your life, right? So you're not so conscious. You just repeat the thing you do every single day without really conscious about your action. So to overcome this is to inject consciousness in every little thing to do. So even though, so which means that you no longer work in the automatic cycle. Everything is you decide deliberately. Like today you choose to meet this person, you choose to go to work, right? So you're conscious on every, you choose to say this word, so you need to aware that you don't want to affected by certain external trigger. Whatever you do today is your own decision. Yeah, that is consciousness. So therefore whenever someone say be mindful, yeah, to be conscious, then that is your solution when your soul palace and the mind palace clash. So I think the best way to do this is to practice the power of present. When you're present, yeah, that's the first step, yeah, to actually change or turn from unconscious mind become a conscious mind. Okay, Michi, yeah, this is a solution for you. Okay, all right. So this question from Chong Sing Go. Jessica asks, how do you interpret the 10 gods in the four pillars? So first of all, you need to know that the four pillars in your Bata chart, there is a certain, it governs different meaning on each pillar. So depends what you want to interpret, right? So for example, like you want to know, hey, what is my talent? Yeah, what is my God-given talent? Then you look at the 10 gods on the month pillar only. Yeah, you look inside the month pillar, you discover what are the 10 gods. For example, my chart, I use a lot of, remember I told you just about hurting officer, right? So I discovered that, hey, this something is in my month pillar, so I can do something about it, right? So hurting officer represent teaching, presenting, coaching. So this is what I do. This is how you interpret it. So, but first of all, you need to know which aspect you're interested in. If you want to interested in, maybe you want to be how many of you here you want to be like a KOL, key opinion leader? You want to build a huge followers in your social media account. Okay, let's do this more interactive here. Instead of me just asking, right? Maybe why not all of us here just participate a little bit here so we can learn as well. So if you or someone you knew asking you, hey, I want to look more into my social media personality or social media persona, or what is the strategy to attract more people? So tell me which pillar you should look for. Yes, Chun Single. Yeah, which pillar? Guys, help me out here. Which pillar? Is it the year? Is it the month? Is it the day? Or is it the hour? Okay, year pillar, right? Okay, the year pillar is that. Okay, what if in the year pillar you discover there's a rock wealth there? Right, the year pillar. Now I'm teaching you how to analyze the 10 gods, right? So you see that, okay, if let's say that's a rock wealth, it's a rock wealth, right? Yeah, I assume you already go through the session. Even you don't know, pretend you know first, cannot, right? At least you heard about the term rock wealth. So what does the rock wealth mean? Rock wealth represent funny, spontaneous. Yeah, so you're more like chill kind of personality. So now, if you want to attract more followers, which part of your attributes that your followers like a lot? Yeah, they like you because of Rockwell, right? Rockwell is about what? Funny, they're spontaneous. Yeah, it's not those serious professor type, in the boardroom setting, not that kind. But this one is more like friend, they're happy, they're spontaneous. That is the style. Do you realize how useful butter chart is? Yeah, by just one element, right? But a lot of people try to make it complicated. They want to add in combination, clash, so many things, right? Yeah, but sometimes, yeah, the most profound things in life actually it could be very simple. Okay, guys, do you learn something from this? Yeah. So Chia Leong says celebrity power. Yes, that's it. Okay, now, how many of you here you discovered your year pillar contains the rock wealth element? Okay, type the word me if you have this. I want to add value here, right? So at least you can take back something. You can take action immediately. Wow, so many of you here. Yeah, see the comment box. Okay, from my chat, I can see the centralized comment from YouTube, also from Facebook. Okay, Annie Leong, Josephine, Virginia. Okay, Danila. Now you know. Okay, this is your X factor. If you do it, then you activate another new ability in your chart. Okay, all right, nice. Okay, great. So let's see if any other question. Okay, this question from Annie Leong. Annie Leong asks, is the hidden stamp of the year considered? Yes, it's considered. Yeah, but if because it's hidden, it will take more time to activate it. So Annie Leong, you need to be a little bit patient because when it's hidden, even you might not know about you have this ability within you. Yeah, that's why I always tell people, right? Because a lot of people asking me, hey, Arison, why are you so into BaZi? Yeah, why you keep talking about BaZi? You're like advocate of BaZi. It's because one thing I realized throughout my life, I never see myself as someone that can actually turn my life around, especially during that time I'm in a deep dirt. And I once I know BaZi, I I discovered that BaZi give me a wings. Yeah, give me a wing so I can actually do so many things. And I discovered that BaZi believe in me before I even believe in myself. Because I discovered certain element in the chart. Because that time when I see it, there's no way I'm going to actually convince by that. Right? The chart says you can do it, but internally I say no. Who are you kidding? Right? I'm not the kind of person. I'm introvert. There's no way I can speak on stage. No way. Never in this lifetime. I can't even speak to save my life. The kind of thing, right? So that's why I discovered that hey, BaZi actually believe in me before I even believe in myself. And fortunately, during the time I actually persist, it took me like 2 to 3 years. So then I start to actually see, hey, yeah, this is some of the part is being part with me all this while because my element is hidden as well, just like Amy Leong. And it take me like 2 to 3 years, yeah, to activate the star. And one is being activated, you'll be always there, right? So the state is always on. Any Leong? Right. So if a hidden stamp, if you want to activate it, the key word here is patient. You need to be a little bit patient with yourself, yeah, and then you need to be persistent, then you're able to see, you're able to activate the star because if it's in your chart, you already have it. Yeah, the question here is, are you willing to activate it or not? Okay, nice. Okay, this question from Adela Lim. Back to Fuyin. Okay, Fuyin again. Let me repeat again. Fuyin means the same pillar, repeats again. And your question here is, does it mean that both stem and branch has to be the same? Yes, it has to be the same. Yeah, the top alone is not enough. The top and bottom is considered one pillar. So if you see the repeat of that pillar, then we consider Fu Yin. Fu Yin means repeats. Okay, all right. Okay, let's see. Let's see this question here. Annie Leong again. Okay, cool. So let's see here. See how can I help. I have direct valve. I have rob valve. I have hurting officer hidden in the year pillar. Means can I coach and into KOL? Sorry, I'm a beginner here. Okay, first of all, you have a rob valve. Definitely you can. And if you have a direct valve and hurting officer is a great star for marketing and presenting yourself. So when you have rob valve and hurting officer, definitely is a green light for you to become a KOL. You are born like that. Okay, just like Lady Gaga song, right? I'm born like this way, then therefore you're born like that. But it's your choice whether you want to pursue this or not, right? Not everyone want to be a KOL, even though you have it, right? But any long, if you want it, you have it. Okay, so this question from Tyrone Soli. Okay, you're asking about curious what is the growth phases in each pillar tell us about. Okay, so when you look at your BaZi chart and there is every luck pillar, we always attach with a piece of information. If you pay attention to it, there's like a growth, and then there's a thriving, there's a sake, and weakening. So this is in Parter's study. This is one branch of Parter's study talking about lessons you're going to learn in every 10 years love pillar, right? So there's a lesson. So the reason we encounter problems in our life is for us to learn something. So if you look at the luck pillar, each luck pillar, beside seeing opportunities, what are the things to expect, it also a pillar of learning, right? What are the lessons? Some of you require to learn humility. Yes, how many of you here actually the reason, yeah, you actually experience failure in life because there's some point in your life you lost the virtue of humility. Yeah, because maybe the success get the best out of you on that time, right? Or maybe you knew someone like this, right? So therefore, certain event happen for this person to realize, yeah, certain mistake that they have done. So the 12 growth phases represent the lesson. Yeah, some lesson is about patience. Yeah, the reason you don't get something because you're so impatient, you want something quick, and then for you encounter those stuff. So this one be more on the spiritual side of Bata. Remember just now from earlier on, we talked about achievement and fulfillment. So 12 growth phases, Tyron, is more into the fulfillment study, right? It's about contemplating, yeah, what is the universe want you to learn on those 10 years. If you don't learn it, for example, like that 10 year talking about, you need to learn about the sense of maybe I would say patient, for example. And if you don't learn it, those lessons that you need to learn will bring forward to the next luck pillar. It doesn't just end. So if you don't do all the homework for the next, after you go through 6 pillars, yeah, you think about this, right? How stressful are you? Because there's so many homework you need to complete. There's so many lessons you need to learn. So the goal of learning Pater is make sure every log pillar, the lesson supposed to be learned has to be learned and mastered. So you don't being bothered by those problems again. Otherwise, the cycle just continue. Guys, do you realize that sometimes our life we live in a pattern? The same problem just reoccur over and over again, right? Until you pay attention to it and then you do something about it, right? So you might not know what is the lesson, but from Parts 12 growth phases, it can tell you, it can guide you to that direction. That is the 12 growth phases. Yeah, Tyron? Okay, all right. So this question from Mac. Hi, Iverson. I have a death and emptiness in branch, DO in stem, and IW and 7 killing in the month pillar. Okay, death and emptiness here actually represent something that is not full. So just like I want you to imagine a metaphor like you're hungry. There's you imagine your stomach, they always not full. There's some you always want to eat. So I would say you can replace death and emptiness as hunger. Okay, so because they feel something empty. So if you have a death and emptiness in the month pillar, yeah, one of the characteristic is this person are a dreamer. They always a void they want to fill. Let me give one example here. Like I guess every one of you here know who Elon Musk is, right? So if you plot Elon Musk chart, you notice that his month pillar, just like Mac here, also got this death and emptiness. What does it mean? You look at what he do right now. What is his goal? Is it audacious? Is it like ambitious? Right? Like you want to actually build a habitable space in Mars. So all this is because of death and emptiness. He feel a void. He still need to fulfill. So if you harness properly, yeah, this group of people they're very successful because they have a larger goal to meet. Yeah, they are not just contented by this, 9 to 5, get a pension after you retire. No, they want something more. So death and emptiness represent that part, hunger. Then another meaning of death and emptiness, because they're empty, some people, they want to fill it up with spiritual study. So therefore, I realize that a lot of people, when they see and death and emptiness in their month pillar, in their Bata chart, they have this tendency or naturally they are attracted to metaphysics, like Bata achievement. Yeah, they're somehow. How many of you here you have this depth and emptiness in your chart, especially in the month pillar? Okay. Yeah, now you know why you're here. Yeah, this is one of the thing. Yeah, because you always want more. There's always certain piece of you want to like. It's like you want to connect all the dots together. Right? It's like something missing. Yeah, they're missing piece of the jigsaw puzzle. Now you see. Right? So many of you here, right? Yeah. Now you know. Cool. So far, do you like today Q&A? Do you learn a lot from today's session? I haven't announced the bonus yet, by the way. So I do my best here to help you to address your question because I've been a beginner before. Yeah, this exactly is the question I asked myself that time. The only difference that time I cannot access to a lot of people. But now you can access to so many resources. Yeah, you learn a lot. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, keep the momentum going. Yeah, I think that in life is like that, right? It's about winning, a small winning first, right? So through all this little small winning, you build momentum. It's very hard to say that I want to motivate it suddenly. I want to make a massive change. And most of the time, they revert back to their oldest or their original self after 2 weeks, right? So the goal here, we don't want just like a sudden big change. We want a sustaining, incremental progress every single day. Yeah? All this small win, when you stack one over another, will create big wins in life. So that's how you learn BaZi. Every piece of information you learn, a new piece of information, is a small win for you. I want you to think like that. I don't want you to think, oh, there's so much more I don't know, right? So therefore, I'm not complete. No, every new information, life-changing information, as you feel how insignificant it is right now, is a small win. When you stack one over another, then you'll be great. Yeah, so that time when I actually read my BaZi chart, I only look at one element. Then I actually make some changes because that time I discovered that my chart here actually have this ability to teach and then to share knowledge. Yeah, I only look at one element that time in my month pillar, and then I started. So now the element that I have in my month pillar is a yin metal. Yeah, just to share with you first. How many of you have a yin metal in your month pillar? If you check your chart, if you have a yin metal in your month pillar, yin metal, if you study BaZi, yin metal is the Dui Gua. Dui Gua represent the mouth. Yeah, so it could represent teaching. It also can represent eating. Okay, you can represent two things. So that time I have a dilemma, okay, I say that time I don't like what I'm doing. And I have two choice that time because the mouth could represent also a chef, right? Because my child also got eating God, by the way. So I say I have two choice here. I can be a teacher, a coach like what I'm doing right now, or I can be a chef. So I'm in dilemma. But one day, once I reach home, suddenly everything becomes so clear. You know why? What triggered it? Not because of a conversation with someone else. It's the moment I look at my mirror at that time. When I look at my own self-reflection, I discover how come you're so fat. Right at the time, I have a big tummy and all those things, right? So I say probably chef is not a good idea that time. If I'm becoming a chef, I tend to eat more, then I become obese, right? So that's the last thing I want. So therefore, I decided, hey, even BaZi chart say I can become a chef, but I chose to become a speaker or coach. And because of that, today I have these opportunities to share knowledge with all of you here. Okay, that's why I see learning BaZi is need not to be serious, right? Everything has to be life and death situation. Learning BaZi can be fun. Do you guys agree? Right? When you're having fun learning something, you tend to learn more. You can tend to understand. You're more relaxed. Yeah, it's not a life and death situation here. Okay, all right, nice. Okay, let's look at more question now. Oh, so many questions coming in. Okay, let me just Okay, Giselle Lee say to see the guy with divorce or not, we check in the month pillar and the clash of the year pillar animal, right? So how to see a guy view divorce? Okay, view divorce is a decision. Yeah, it's a human decision. It's not like something force you to do it. Okay, guys, Giselle Lee, yeah, but the chart can tell you relationship problems, right? If there's such thing, or it could be a misunderstanding, or it could be a betrayal. What you do about it is your choice. Yeah, that part you can take control. Yeah, this is what it means. So the chart, yes, you can see relationship problem, could be a betrayer, or it could be maybe because of money or work. There's so many things you can see it based on the 10 God. But the decision what to do about it is up to you. It's on you, right? It's your choice. Yeah, is it possible someone chart that they have this marriage luck, but they choose to stay single for the rest of their life? Yes, I've seen a lot. So that part is a that's the best part of it. So which means that our life is not fully bounded by Bazi. We make use of Bazi as a reference chart, and we actually make a decision out of it. Yeah, so we are not a robot here, by the way, guys. Yeah, Bazi is not supposed to control our entire life. Oh, the chart say like this, so I make to do that. No, yeah, it's on you, right? The blood is in your hand. Yeah, the Bazi chart just give you information. Okay, all right. What you do with it, yeah, it's up to you. Okay, cool. All right, nice. So, okay, this question from Janice Guo. If the pure intelligence in the soul palace is zero, but the intellect in the mind palace is intense. So okay, now so pure intelligence is zero because the soul palace is not something you acquired. Yeah, soul palace is something you're born with. Yeah, I will say that it's like the original you, the purest you, the unsullied version of you. Okay, so if you say that, okay, but it's a zero, right? So it means that it not necessarily is bad. Zero means that they approach life as a happy-go-lucky. Yeah, by nature they are like that. How many of you are like this? Yeah, a lot of people think they like to be super intelligent, right? Then to actually to become happy. No, do you realize that most intelligent people normally they are not so happy because they see through everything? There's so many things they need to worry. Yeah, but someone don't actually think too much. So I would say I don't want you to see this as a curse because soul palace represent your original version of you, the purest form of you. So intellect zero means that you might take things as it is, right? You don't worry too much. Yeah, you live on present, right? So I think it's a blessing. Yeah, so now the next one here, your intellect palace, in the mind palace is intense. So which means that the mind palace is something you can train and acquire during this lifetime. So this intense means that you can actually have this ability to process information in a high speed order, just like you're having multiple processing chips, microchips. Okay, so which means that you can say that this person can combine knowledge from different practice. Like if you learn Bazi, 10 gods, you learn about the soul palace, you can combine everything together. And more importantly, you can convert information into products or services. Yeah, because they know how to use the intellect. Yeah. So if someone that don't know how to use the intellect, it means that they just learn, but they do nothing about it. Have you guys meet someone like this? They just learn something for the next 20 years, but they don't have no idea what they're doing. But some people they make use of this information to help people. So that one require intellect. So if you have a intellect is intense, means that go and acquire one skill, how to monetize your knowledge. Yeah, Jenny's go. Yeah, that is my advice for you. Yeah, learn monetization. Okay, all right. So now this is the one. I have a rock wealth in the month stamp. What sort of profession, coach, or speaker? So now, if you're in a month, rock wealth element represent they are born leader, by the way. If you have rock wealth element also represents a something about deal making, right? So if you have a rock wealth in your month pillar, I will say that you earn by commission, you're the middleman, you connect. Yeah, so you are a great deal maker. So you're the king or the queen deal maker. So that is something you can do well. And also you're also asking, can you be a coach and speaker? Of course, because the rock wealth element has the ability to unite masses. So if you are drop wealth in your mind, if you choose between a consultant or a speaker, so speaker are more like it. They are one to many. So when you start learning BaZi, of course, you start as a consultant first, right? But once you garner enough clients, so and therefore it means that you can actually start to teach, and then a group of people slowly grow it. So that is the power of rock wealth, because rock wealth have this sort of aura that can inspire masses. People like to follow them. That's why if your rock wealth is prominent in your chart, that is one of the trait of celebrity. Okay, all right, nice. Wow, a lot of you here actually interested in this 10 gods. Yeah, I see a lot of questions here are related to 10 gods. Yeah, that's why in the BaZi Academy we have the BaZi 10 gods masterclass. You still remember? You're gonna enjoy that. Okay, Amelia Lee. Okay, let's see here. Question from Amelia Lee. Metal water in the mind palace, metal wood in the soul palace. What does it mean? Okay, so it doesn't mean anything until you know what is the 10 god inside. Okay, you need to compare back this chart to your main chart first. Okay, so let me give an example here. You say that metal water is in the mind palace. Metal and water is a thinking element, right? They think a lot. But we cannot qualify that until we know your natal chart. If your natal chart, Amelia, also filled with metal and water, and then your mind palace also metal and water, then it means something, isn't it? Right? So which means that this person thinking is on overdrive. So Amelia, we need to still compare back with your natal chart first. Okay? Yeah, just like just now, right? We say that, okay, if a soul palace, intellect is zero, you don't think too much, right? But who knows, along your life, throughout your journey, then remember the mind palace is what you acquired. Yeah, that time you encounter something that actually worries a lot. Then it will help you to actually create a lot of all these issues, right? Overthinking. But you might think, but my soul palace is fine, right? But soul palace is the purest form of you. It's right before you're born. But along the way, will you change? Yes, right? Because there's a lot of experience, the people we meet, or certain trauma we encounter that might actually distort the mind. Therefore, you think a lot. So the goal here is to learn from BaZi. We want to know what actually clash with the mind, yeah, that distort the thinking. Yeah, therefore, on day 4, if I remember correctly, you learn about all these clashes. Okay, Amelia? So to answer your question, you need to look back at your natal chart before you can derive the actual meaning. Okay, Xuyan say rock wealth in the mind palace. Wisdom means, yeah. So if a rock wealth, remember rock is a fun element, right? So you have in the mind palace, it means that you have this ability to take things lightly, not because not everything is like a life and death situation, Xuyan. You have the rock wealth there. Okay, we like that. Yeah, but also one thing here, if you're rock well in your mind palace, you might also discover you have this shopping talent or this shopping ability. Okay, use it properly. Okay, this question is from okay, Puri Kumia say, where can I find my soul palace and mind palace? So I'm a newcomer in BaZi. Okay, let me see whether I can help you on this. Okay, all right, great. I'm going to load a sample chart here. Okay, there you go. So if you look, I just shared this. This is a sample chart, by the way. So you want to look at this mind palace and soul palace. So the mind palace will be here. Do you see it here? All right. Okay, this is the mind palace. So the mind palace will occupy these sectors. So where the soul palace right at the bottom, this is the soul palace. Okay, cool. So Puri, yeah, this is the answer to your question. Where to look for the mind palace and the soul palace. Okay, this question from May. Does death and emptiness in the luck pillar in the 10 years will be aimless most of the time? Answer is yes, if you don't know there's a death and emptiness. Right? But now you know Bazi, you know you're affected by death and emptiness. Now you're no longer aimless because awareness is the key to change. Right? You can transform. So normally when you're in a DE, I always encourage people to learn something about soul searching, understand more about your life path, and what you can do about it. You fill it up. That's why I discover a lot of people during the death and emptiness that learn metaphysics. So Alicia Tan, yes, you're right. Yeah, if for someone who are not trained, but I mean in Bazi knowledge, then they might be aimless. But now you know it right in front of you. You see your death and emptiness in your luck pillar. Now you know you must do something about it, isn't it? May? Yeah, so that's the benefit for learning Bazi. Okay, let's see. Okay, she Yuan. Okay. Death and emptiness in the soul palace, locks in the luck pillar doesn't mean it's a clash with the dog. So ox, first of all, right, ox does not clash with the dog. Only dragon clash with the dog. Okay, so if you have DE in the Soul Palace, because Soul Palace is the original version of you, like 1.0, is also the source itself. So when you have a DE there, means that it's not fully full. It also could means your vitality might not be so strong. So therefore, I would say if you see a death and emptiness in the Soul Palace, I think one of your priority is to ensure that you take care of your health, right? Build a healthy immune system. That one will help a lot. Okay. Do you know that actually Bazi, you can use it for health assessment as well? Do you guys know this? Right? Because if you look at the spirit level, the soul level, and then there one part is the body level, right? So I think that body is a temple of our soul. How many of you agree with this? That our body tem- is a temple of our soul. So if a lot of people, they're focusing on take care of their soul, right? Only that disregard their body health, their physical health. So don't you think it's a big problem? Right? You think about this, right? Rich men have a million of wishes, but a sick man only got one wish. They want to get well, right? Because when you're sick, nothing else matters. Agree, guys? I think all of us here experienced certain health crisis in our life before. I want you to know that what actually run through your mind at that time. You just want to get well, right? So don't you think, right? Learning Bazi will not be complete if you didn't actually study or learn some part of the health aspect as well, right? So therefore, how many of you here you would like to learn more about health aspect of Bazi? That is not that hard. Yeah, it's about the five elements. Yeah, it's about prevention. It's about knowing it early so you can do something about it, right? It's about extend yeah the power of your soul, especially if you have a DE, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, so now, yeah, this is one of the part. Yes, let me see how many of you here. Oh, a lot of you here like about health. Nice. Okay, I like to learn more about the health part. Okay, great, great, great. So many of you here. Okay, all right. Yeah, I agree with you, right? So I think that is extremely important because without that, don't talk about money, don't talk about relationship, don't talk about your life purpose, right? If you're not healthy, nothing else matter. So the good thing about you learn parts about health is you able to actually predict or foresee certain problem before it even appear in your medical report, right? Think about this. When certain issue already appears in your medical report, it's too late. Agree? Yeah, you need to do treatment. Yeah. So, but even you have a clean bill of health based on your medical report, does it mean you're healthy? No, not necessary. because there are certain sickness you might have but might not do on a detectable level yet. Yeah, from the all these tests that you're going to do for during the medical report, right? So there are certain weakness. So we want to eradicate those weakness before it even appears in the medical report. So we use 5 elements to do this, because 5 elements represent different parts of our organs and the balancing of the organs, and so we can anticipate what kind of our health issue that we might have. Some of that would be hereditary, which means that from our DNA, and then some of it we might acquire throughout our journey, our lifestyle, our decision what to eat and what not to eat. So that is an entire different study by itself in BaZi. Okay, great, great. So now, how many of you here would like to learn more about that part? Yeah, this would be a great addition to this, right? Okay, nice. So, by the way, yeah, before I talk about that, how many of you here already part of our BaZi Academy 2023? Come with me. Okay, there you go. This is the one, right? You get this BaZi 10 God Masterclass. I think a lot of you here, you like this 10 Gods, you get this, and BaZi Academy, one of our best-selling original, and then also the advanced track and the BaZi for the soul. I know a lot of people need this, especially in period 9. We have a lot of people who encounter depression. That's great. So, and you're going to get this bonus. I think a lot of you here know this. And for this year only, you get this like BaZi Academy Bootcamp live stream. This is a 3 days live stream event. Yeah, this is so nice. And then you have this BaZi Explorer. So the software plot everything for you. You have this 12-month subscription for this. And just in case you need any help or you need any support, we have this group coaching of 6 sessions of group coaching for you. And then we also have a beginner fast track, because some of you are very new here. You need to have some fundamental. So we heard you. So we have this BaZi beginner fast track for you as well, for beginners. So you're not missing out on anything. Wow, I see so many of you here already signing up for this. Okay, let's see. Alice Tan. Wow, so many. Benjamin Lee. Okay, Nicole. Nice. Okay, so I'm sure that you find a lot of benefit from this. And remember just now at the beginning of the session, I thought about I'm going to announce a bonus. So I actually talked with the team. I say, hey, guys, since we have so many information, so many value we can provide to our alumni member for this year. So for all of you here, yeah, for this 2023, why not? Yeah, why not? I actually extract one of the research that I did from BaZi talking about wealth as a additional new bonus. Would you like this? A new bonus, yeah, for BaZi Academy. So, and let me show you, yeah, the bonus that I'm going to share with you. And I talked with the team yesterday, and then they say, okay, why not, right? Add more value. That is always all we like to do. Add more value than everyone else could ever expect. So, therefore, I decided to create a new webinar, talk about the 5 elements for health matters and early detection methods. Tell me, buy this alone, how much does it worth for your health? It's priceless, right? But one of those information you learn here could change your life or save your life, not only you, probably also your loved one. So this is, I'm going to conduct this only once. And this, the date for this bonus is on 6th of April. So is you're going to conduct this very soon, this online workshop. I'm going to conduct this via Zoom, so you can watch this from online as well. Okay, and how you're going to get this is if you already are BaZi Academy 2023 students, you automatically will get this bonus. Okay, yeah, you no need to send in another request for this. Automatically, we take care of all of you here. Okay, for those who haven't enrolled yet, yeah, today, yeah, because we're going to close the enrollment very soon for the BaZi Academy 2023. If you want to get this 5 element bonus in addition of all other bonuses you get from BaZi Academy 2023, this would be the time, yeah, to do that. Okay, do you like this bonus? Yeah. So it's sort of like make your whole BaZi journey complete this way. So yeah, so you're not missing out anything. Nice. Okay, great, great, great. So therefore, if you actually haven't enrolled yet, then there you go. This is the link here, joeyup.com/Bazi Academy 2023. And you're going to get that health workshop using Bazi bonus as well. Okay, great. So do you happy now? Yeah, so that's the benefit of attending today's session. Not only you learn more things about BaZi, and you also get this bonus if you be part of this BaZi Academy 2023 family here. So I hope that today's session here will help you understand more about BaZi, and hope you. I also hope that it help you to ignite, yeah, what you or the interest or what you really want in life right now, right? Because I always see that all of us here, no matter what kind of BaZi chart you have, everyone here are destined for greatness. The question here is, do you know how to unlock it or not? Yeah, BaZi is not just about like finding who you are. Yeah, it doesn't end there. A lot of people say, I want to learn BaZi to know who I am. No, yeah, that's only a first part. So I think BaZi not just about finding who you are, it's about discovering who you could become. That is the powerful part about BaZi. Right? Who you are is already in the past. Do you guys agree? Right? Who are you describing about yourself? You are describing the past. Right? So I wouldn't spend much energy on that. I would like to spend more energy using BaZi to discover who I could become. Yeah, the person I'm proud of. Yeah, the person that can add value. Yeah, the person that can you live with no regret. You get what you truly deserve. Yeah, that is the whole purpose I'm using BaZi. Great. So thank you. Yeah, thank you for tuning in today to spend your roughly around like 2 hours with me. I appreciate that. And I hope that today's session will give you a new insights and new discovery, not only about BaZi, but also about life. So I hope to see you, all of you here in the BaZi Academy 2023. Until then, I wish all of you here all the best. Stay healthy. I'm Alison Lee. Keep in touch. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.